Welcome back, survivors. Before the story starts, tap subscribe and comment where you're tuning in from. I'm dropping another story tomorrow, and you'll want to catch it first. I'm crawling through complete darkness right now. The reptile house. 5th night of the outbreak. Something's breathing on the other side of this glass, and it's not a snake. There's a child crying somewhere in the fog outside. Has been for 6 hours. Near the lion den. The most dangerous part of the zoo, even before the dead started walking. Here's what you need to understand. I'm a wildlife photographer. I've spent 15 years documenting animals that hunt. I know their sounds. I know their patterns. I know when something is prey and when something is predator. That crying outside? It's too perfect. Too rhythmic. Too unchanged. And Sarah, the last person alive with me, she went toward it 3 hours ago. I haven't heard her scream. I haven't heard anything except that child calling for his mother. I have 2 choices. Crawl through the primate tunnels to freedom, or go toward that voice. I'm about to make the wrong choice. And I need you to understand why. The reptile house smells like death and humidity. Not the death outside, that's different, sweeter, wronger, but the old death, the natural kind. Mice fed to snakes, crickets that didn't make it. The circle of life compressed into glass boxes and heat lamps that stopped working 3 days ago. I'm pressed against the wall beside the Komodo dragon exhibit. She's still alive in there. Sasha, 12 years old, 9 feet long, completely unaffected by whatever turned everything else into a nightmare. Cold-blooded animals don't get infected. I learned that on day 2, when the pythons ignored an infected woman who stumbled into their enclosure. The woman didn't ignore them. My breathing is too loud. Everything is too loud. The fog rolling through the broken skylight carries sound in strange ways, amplifying some things, muffling others. Right now, I can hear the child crying. Mommy? Mommy, please. Wet footsteps somewhere near the penguin pool, shuffling, wrong rhythm. Not human anymore. A low growl that might be coming from the big cat enclosure. Or it might be closer, and underneath it all, breathing. Heavy, deliberate. Something is close. My camera bag digs into my spine. 17 memory cards inside. The last photographs of the Sumatran tiger before the outbreak. The final shots of the silverback gorilla Coco playing with his infant. I documented extinction for 15 years. I never thought I'd document my own. The breathing gets closer. I can see movement through the fog. A shape, human-sized, jerking forward in those awful stops and starts. Infected move like broken puppets, all the smooth coordination of human movement stripped away, replaced with something mechanical and hungry. I grip the fire extinguisher. My hands are shaking. I've been awake for 37 hours. The shape passes within 10 feet of my position. I can smell it. Corruption and fever and something chemical, like burnt hair. It doesn't see me. The fog is thick enough, and I'm pressed into the shadows beside Sasha's enclosure. The infected person, it used to be someone, had a name, a life, people who loved them. Stops. Tilts its head. The crying continues. Mommy, I'm scared. And the infected turns toward the sound. Starts moving that direction, toward the lion den, toward where Sarah went 3 hours ago, toward where a 6-year-old boy named Tommy might actually be crying for his mother. I count to 60 after it disappears into the fog, then I move. The maintenance door to the underground tunnels is 15 feet away. 15 feet between me and a route to the perimeter fence. To freedom. To survival. but the crying is getting louder. And I keep thinking about Sarah whispering her son's name like a prayer. Tommy, 6 years old, blue jacket with a dinosaur on it. I photographed him on the first day before everything went wrong. He was feeding the goats in the petting zoo, laughing. My hand is on the door handle to the tunnels. The crying echoes through the fog. I'm a photographer. I document. I don't intervene. That's the rule. Never interfere with nature, just record it. But this isn't nature anymore. I let go of the handle, pick up my makeshift spear, the broken broom handle with my photography knife taped to the end, and I start crawling toward the lion den, toward the crying, toward what I'm already starting to suspect is a terrible mistake. The ground is wet. Not rain, something else. I don't let myself think about what. My knees soak through in the first 10 feet, cold seeping into my bones. The fog tastes like metal and rot. I'm moving along the main pathway, the one that winds past the African savanna exhibit toward the predator wing. During operating hours, this route took visitors on a 20-minute walk past giraffes, zebras, and rhinos. Now it's a killing corridor. The crying is louder. Mommy, where are you? Same tone, same words. I'm counting now. It repeats every 43 seconds. Exactly. Like a loop. My stomach tightens. I stop behind an overturned vendor cart. Popcorn scattered everywhere, going moldy in the damp. Something crunches under my knee. I look down. A phone, screen shattered, background photo still visible. A family. 2 kids. Everyone smiling. I don't look at their faces. Movement ahead. 3 of them, infected, clustered near the giraffe enclosure. They're swaying, heads tilted toward the sky. One of them is making a sound. Not the usual moan, but something else. A clicking, like echolocation. They're learning. I documented predator evolution for 15 years, watched animals adapt, develop new hunting strategies, saw wolves in Yellowstone change their pack behavior after reintroduction, witnessed orcas teach each other new techniques for hunting seals. Evolution doesn't take generations anymore when the stakes are survival. The clicking stops. All 3 heads turn. Toward me. No, not toward me. Past me. The crying is coming from somewhere beyond them, and they're not moving toward it. They're moving away. That's wrong. The infected chase sound, movement, body heat. They don't retreat. They don't show fear. Unless something worse is out there. I press myself flatter against the cart. One of them passes within 6 feet. Female, maybe 30 years old, wearing scrubs, hospital worker. The outbreak started in hospitals. I remember that from the emergency broadcasts. She's missing most of her left arm, bone exposed, but she doesn't seem to notice. She clicks again. The other 2 answer. They're communicating. My hand tightens on the spear. The knife blade catches a sliver of moonlight breaking through the fog. The infected woman's head snaps toward the movement. Our eyes meet. Hers are yellow, completely yellow. No iris, no pupil definition, just jaundiced yellow that seems to glow faintly in the dark. She opens her mouth. I brace for the scream, the hunting call that will bring dozens of them. But she doesn't scream. She smiles. Then she turns away and keeps walking, following the other 2 into the fog. I can't breathe. Can't process what just happened. They see differently now, hunt differently, think differently. The crying continues. Mommy, please. I force myself to move. Crawl forward. The lion den is close now. I can smell it. That heavy musk of big cats, mixed with something fouler. Blood. Lots of it. The fence to the lion enclosure is torn open. Massive hole, metal bent outward like something exploded from inside. The moat, usually filled with water to keep the lions contained, is dry. Drained or evaporated, I can't tell. I peer over the edge. Bodies, 3, maybe 4. Hard to tell in this light. Not infected, just dead. Really dead. Torn apart with the efficiency of apex predators. But no lions. The pride is gone. The crying is coming from the viewing platform, the elevated area where visitors used to watch feeding time. It's 30 yards away, across open ground. I see it now. Small shape on the platform. Blue jacket. Tommy. My heart hammers. Sarah's son. Actually alive. 6 years old and somehow surviving 5 nights in hell. I'm about to call out when I notice something. The shape isn't moving. Not breathing. Not shifting weight like a living child would. I raise up slightly, trying to see better through the fog. The crying continues. "Mommy, I'm scared." The sound isn't coming from the shape. It's coming from speakers. Small portable speaker, the kind teenagers bring to parks. Sitting right next to the blue jacket. Empty blue jacket. Stuffed to look like a child's body. It's bait. My blood turns to ice. I start backing away, slow, trying not to make sound. That's when I hear it. Above me. Breathing. Heavy. Wet. Intelligent. And then, impossibly, horrifyingly, a voice. Human words twisted through a throat that shouldn't be able to form them anymore. Found. You. I look up. The lion den's artificial rocks form a cave system above the viewing platform. In the entrance of the largest cave, something is crouched. It used to be human. Male, I think. But it's changed more than the others. Longer limbs, fingers that seem too numerous, face stretched wrong, and it's holding something, a tablet, playing the recording of a child crying. It's been hunting with tools. I don't remember deciding to run. My body just moves. Pure survival instinct taking over. The thing drops from the cave with impossible grace. No infected should move like that. They shamble, they lurch. They're puppets with cut strings. This one lands in a crouch, absorbing the 15-foot drop like it's nothing. The tablet hits the ground, screen cracking. The crying stutters, distorts. Mommy, please. I'm sprinting back toward the main path. My spear clatters against the ground. I've dropped it. Stupid. Fatal. But I'm moving too fast to go back. Behind me, footsteps. Not the shuffling drag of normal infected. These are measured. Paced. It's not chasing me at full speed. It's hurting me. The fog swallows everything. I can't see more than 10 feet ahead. My lungs are burning. Too many days without proper food, without sleep, without hope. I veer left, toward where I think the primate house should be. The underground tunnels connect there. If I can just reach them. Something slams into my shoulder. Not the creature. A shopping cart, hidden in the fog, abandoned. I go down hard, taste blood, feel skin tear from my palms. The footsteps stop. Silence. Just my ragged breathing and the distant, distorted crying still echoing from the lion den. I force myself to stillness. Press into the shadow of the cart. Every instinct screams to keep running, but running is what it wants. I've filmed enough predator behavior to know. The chase triggers the kill drive. Stay still, become invisible, become nothing. The fog shifts. I see its silhouette, 20 feet away. Standing upright, head tilting side to side, listening. My heart is hammering so loud I'm certain it can hear. How can it not hear? It takes a step toward me. Then another, 15 feet. I can see details now. Its skin is wrong, mottled, darkening in patches like accelerated necrosis. But the eyes. The eyes are worse than the yellow-eyed woman. These are clear, aware, 10 feet. Its mouth opens. I brace for the hunting call. Instead, it speaks. The voice is ruined, wet, but the words are precise. Sarah went this way. My blood freezes. It's using her name. It knows her name. Tommy is crying. She wanted to help. It's mimicking, using the information it heard from us, from our conversations in the reptile house. How long has it been listening? How long has it been planning? 5 feet. I can smell it now. Not just rot. Something chemical, like ozone before a storm. The virus is changing them in ways beyond just aggression, evolving them. Its hand reaches out. Fingers too long, joints bending wrong, reaching for the shopping cart. For me. Then, a sound. Sharp, metallic, echoing through the fog. Gunshot. The creature's head snaps toward the sound. It makes a noise, something between a hiss and a word, then bolts. Not toward the gunshot, away from it, into the fog. Gone. I stay frozen. Don't move. Can't move. More footsteps. Different cadence. Human. Still human. A light cuts through the fog. Flashlight beam. I squint against it. Don't move. A voice, male, young. Scared but controlled. Are you bit? I try to speak. Nothing comes out. I said, are you bit? More urgent now. The light moves closer. I see the gun, hunting rifle, shaking slightly in his grip. No, I manage, not bit, not infected. Prove it. Let me see your arms. Slow. I raise my hands, show my torn palms from the fall. Blood, but no bites. Just road rash and terror. The light lowers slightly. I can see him now. Maybe 19, 20. Zoo uniform, name tag still visible. Derek. His face is gaunt, eyes too wide, but he's alert, surviving. You're the photographer, he says. Not a question, recognition. I've seen you, before. You were always in the reptile house. Yeah. My voice sounds wrong, distant. I thought I was alone. I thought everyone else was. Dead? He laughs, bitter and sharp. Most are. I've been in the maintenance tunnel since day 2. Came up because I heard. He stops. Looks toward where the creature disappeared. What the hell was that thing? I don't know. It's different. It used a tablet. It played a recording. It spoke. Derek's face goes pale. That's not possible. They can't. It did. I'm shaking now, adrenaline crash hitting hard. It set a trap, with bait. It hunted me. The fog shifts around us. Somewhere in the distance, that distorted crying continues. Mommy. Derek's grip tightens on the rifle. We need to move. Now. The tunnels are... A sound cuts him off. Not from ahead. From behind us. Clicking. Multiple sources. The communication pattern I heard before. They're coming. Derek grabs my arm. Run. The primate house. Tunnel entrance. Move. We run together into the fog. Behind us, the clicking intensifies, multiplies. They're coordinating. And somewhere in my mind, a worse thought crystallizes. If one of them learned to hunt with tools, learned to plan, learned to speak, how many others have evolved? The primate house doors are already open. Not broken, open. Someone used a key. Derek doesn't slow down. He's through the entrance, and I'm right behind him, my legs screaming. The interior is darker than I remember. Emergency lights dead, only Derek's flashlight cutting pale beams through the black. Here! He's at the staff door, the one that leads to the keeper corridors, yanking it open. Tunnels past the prep room. 30 seconds. Move! The clicking is closer now, right outside. Multiple voices creating a symphony of hunting calls. We're through the door. Derek slams it, throws the deadbolt. It won't hold long. Nothing holds long anymore. But we need seconds, not security. The hallway reeks. Food prep areas for the primates, rotting fruit and vegetables, weeks of decay in contained space. My stomach heaves, but I swallow it down. Derek's light bounces ahead. Past the prep room, past the medical station, to a reinforced door marked Maintenance Access. Authorized personnel only. Behind us, Impact. The door we came through shudders. Again. They're not mindlessly throwing themselves at it. They're testing it, finding weak points. Derek's hands shake as he pulls keys from his pocket. Drops them. Shit. Shit, shit, shit. I grab the keys, find the one marked Maint. Slide it in. The door behind us splinters. Wood cracking, metal bending. The lock turns. We're through. Derek pulls the maintenance door shut as the hallway door gives way completely. Clicking floods the corridor, coming fast. This door is steel, industrial. Derek throws 3 separate locks. It'll hold, he gasps. Has to. It's held for 5 days. We're on a landing, metal stairs descending into absolute darkness. The air smells different here, cool, stale, underground. The tunnels. Derek's flashlight beam shows stairs dropping at least 30 feet. Stay close. Watch your step. Some sections flooded. We go down, follow the main passage northeast, comes up near the service gate, maybe 200 yards. 200 yards. In the dark, underground, where anything could be waiting. What about the others? I ask. You said you've been down here since day 2. Anyone else? His face goes hard. There were others. 4 of us initially. Zookeepers, security, 1 vet tech. Were. Day 3, Martinez thought he heard scratching in the walls. Went to investigate. We heard him screaming for maybe 10 seconds. Derek starts down the stairs. Day 4, the vet tech, Anna, she got claustrophobic. Tried to go back up through the aquarium exit. Never made it. And the 4th? Derek doesn't answer immediately. We're at the bottom now. The tunnel stretches ahead, concrete walls sweating moisture, metal pipes running along the ceiling. His light catches something on the wall. Gouges. Deep ones. Claw marks. She's why I came up tonight, he finally says. Rebecca. She went to check the aviary tunnel yesterday morning. Should have been a 10-minute trip. She didn't come back. She came back. His voice drops to almost nothing. But she wasn't Rebecca anymore. Infection must have gotten in through the water, or... I don't know. She was turning. Yellow eyes, fever. I had to... He stops, takes a breath. I had to use the rifle. The tunnel amplifies every sound, our breathing, water dripping somewhere ahead. And underneath it all, something else. A low hum. Mechanical? Organic? I can't tell. The thing that chased me, I say. The one that used the tablet. Have you seen others like it? No. But I've heard things. Sounds that shouldn't be possible. Words. Almost words. He pauses. Last night, something scratched at the maintenance door. Then it spoke. Said, "Let me in clear as day." My skin crawls. Did you recognize the voice? Yeah. Derek's light catches his face. He looks haunted. It was Rebecca. We walk in silence. The tunnel branches. Derek takes the left passage without hesitation. Stay in the main arteries, he mutters. Side tunnels go to exhibit basements, water systems, electrical, easy to get lost, easy to get trapped. The humming is louder now. Definitely not mechanical. It's voices, multiple, harmonizing. Derek, I hear it. His rifle comes up. That's new. That shouldn't be down here. The tunnel ahead curves. Derek's light doesn't reach around the bend. The humming comes from that direction, between us and the service gate, between us and escape. There might be a side route, Derek whispers. Through the carnivore exhibit basement. Adds 15 minutes, but a sound behind us. Back where we came from, the steel door, opening, not breaking, not forced, opening like someone used a key. Derek's face drains of color. The locks. I threw all 3 locks. Could they have picked them? They're deadbolts. You need keys from both sides. The implication hangs in the air. Something down here has keys. Something opened that door from inside the tunnel. The humming ahead intensifies. The threat behind grows closer. Footsteps on metal stairs, descending. The side route, I say. Now. Derek nods. We move quickly, quietly. He finds a smaller access tunnel, barely 4 feet high. Crawl. Follow me. Stay silent. We're on hands and knees in absolute darkness, except for his flashlight bouncing ahead. The tunnel is tight, claustrophobic. Water soaks through my pants. Something soft brushes my hand. I don't look at what it is. Behind us, the humming and the footsteps converge. Then silence. Worse than sound. Silence means they're listening. Listening for us. Derek freezes ahead. His light goes out. Derek? Shh. Barely audible. Something's ahead. In the pitch black, I hear it. Breathing. Close. In the tunnel with us. Then, a voice. Wet. Wrong. But forming words. Jonas. I found Tommy. It's using my name. It knows my name. The darkness is absolute. I can't see Derek, can't see my own hands, can only hear that voice, speaking my name with a mouth that shouldn't be able to form consonants anymore. Jonas. Tommy is waiting. It's ahead of us, between us and the carnivore basement exit. My mind races. How does it know my name? The creature from the lion den is behind us, or should be. Unless there are more. Unless they're coordinating. Derek's hand finds my arm in the dark, squeezes once, a signal. Stay still. The breathing moves closer. I can smell it now. That chemical ozone smell mixed with decay. It's crawling toward us through the tunnel. We're trapped in a concrete tube 4 feet wide with something that's hunting us by sound. My camera bag scrapes against the tunnel wall. The smallest sound. The breathing stops. I can hear you. Derek's flashlight explodes to life, rifle blast following instantly. The sound is deafening in the enclosed space, percussion hammering my eardrums. The muzzle flash shows me everything for 1 frozen second. The creature is 10 feet away. Female. Or was. Her body is bent wrong, limbs elongated, folded in on themselves to fit the tunnel. But her face is still mostly human, enough to recognize. Sarah, I whisper. Derek fires again. The bullet catches her in the shoulder, spins her sideways. But she doesn't scream. Doesn't make the hunting call. She just looks at us with those yellow eyes and smiles. Found you, she says clearly. Then starts crawling forward again, faster. Move! Derek is scrambling backward, pulling me with him. But backward means the main tunnel, means the others. We explode out of the side passage into the larger corridor. Derek's light swings wild, showing us we're surrounded. 5 of them. No, 6. Spread across the tunnel in both directions. Not rushing us, not attacking. Just standing there, watching, waiting. One of them is wearing Derek's zoo uniform. Name tag still visible. Rebecca. "Derek," she says. Perfect diction, perfect inflection. "You shot me." Derek's rifle trembles. "You're not Rebecca. Rebecca's dead." "Am I?" She tilts her head. The movement is too fluid, jointless. "I remember feeding the elephants. I remember you brought me coffee every morning. 3 sugars. Stop it." Derek's voice cracks. "Stop using her voice." It is her voice. Another one speaks. Male, zoo security uniform. "We're still in here. Pieces. Memories. We're just more now." Sarah crawls out of the side tunnel behind us, blood dripping from her shoulder wound, already clotting wrong. Too fast, too dark. She positions herself with the others. 7 now, a circle. "The virus doesn't destroy," the Rebecca thing continues. "It rebuilds, makes us better, smarter, stronger." "Hungrier," I say. My voice sounds distant, shocked. "Yes," she smiles. "But we can control it. Some of us, the ones who adapt quickly. We're not like the others, the mindless ones." Derek swings his rifle between targets. "Then why are you hunting us?" "Because you're food," Sarah says simply. "And because we need you to understand. The world above is over. The old world, old rules. Down here, new rules." One of them, younger male, teenager maybe, steps forward. "Join us. The change hurts for maybe 2 minutes. Then, clarity. No more fear. No more hunger that isn't satisfied. Just purpose. We can still love," Rebecca adds. "I still remember loving you, Derek. That feeling. It's still there. Just alongside the hunger." Derek's face is wet. Tears or sweat, I can't tell. "This isn't you. You're wearing her face, but you're not her. More her than you know." Rebecca's expression softens, almost human, almost. "Please, don't make me hunt you. I don't want to damage you. I want you whole." When you turn. The circle tightens, inches at a time, patient, coordinated. My hand closes around the only thing in my pocket, my lighter. The cheap plastic one I use for camping. Not a weapon, barely even useful. But the pipes above us are labeled. I've been staring at them. Natural gas line. "Derek," I whisper. "When I say run, you run. Don't stop. Don't look back." "What are you—" "Run!" I flick the lighter, hold it to the nearest pipe junction where I can see a crack, a seam, anything. The flame catches something. Not gas, but old insulation, dried plastic wrapping. It ignites. The infected recoil from the light, not from fear, from instinct. Their eyes have adapted to darkness. The sudden flame blinds them. 3 seconds, that's all we get. Derek and I bolt through the gap in their circle. His rifle cracks behind us, covering fire. We're sprinting through the tunnel, the map in Derek's head our only guide. "Left! Left!" he shouts. We take the turn. Behind us, clicking. They're calling the others. Every infected in the tunnel system will converge on this location. "How far?" I gasp. 100 yards. There's a ladder. Comes up in the parking structure. If we can just... Derek stops running. In the flashlight beam ahead, the tunnel is blocked. Not collapsed. Blocked intentionally. Shopping carts, metal shelving, debris, all arranged to create a barrier. They herded us, Derek whispers. This whole time. They herded us here. Behind us, footsteps. Dozens. The clicking echoes off concrete walls. We're trapped. Derek checks his rifle. 4 rounds left. Save them. I'm scanning the walls, the ceiling, looking for anything. There, a ventilation grate. Small. Maybe 2 feet square. Can you reach that? He looks. Maybe, but it's too small for you, not for me. I'm already pulling off my camera bag. Give me the flashlight. I'll draw them through the vents. You go back, find another route. That's suicide. It's a chance. I meet his eyes. You saved me at the lion den. Let me return the favor. The footsteps are close now. 30 seconds. Maybe less. Derek stares at me, then nods once, laces his fingers together. Up! Quick! I step into his hands. He lifts. I'm reaching for the grate, fingers finding the edge, pulling. The screws are loose. Someone's been here before, recently. The grate comes free, and from the dark space beyond, a small voice speaks. Mommy? A real voice, a real child, alive. Tommy. I freeze, halfway into the ventilation shaft, hands braced on metal edges. Legs dangling. That voice, real breath, real fear, real child. Tommy? The word comes out broken. Is my mommy there? Small, trembling. I've been waiting. She said wait here. She said she'd come back. Derek's light angles up, illuminating the shaft. 10 feet back, pressed into the darkness, a child. Blue jacket, dinosaur on the front. 6 years old and impossibly, horrifyingly alive. How long have you been in there? I ask, pulling myself up, squeezing into the shaft. I don't know. A long time. Days, maybe. Mommy said the air vents were safe, said the bad people can't fit. She gave me her flashlight, but the batteries died and I've been in the dark. And I'm so hungry and it's okay. It's okay, Tommy. I'm coming to get you. Behind me in the tunnel. Jonas, don't. Sarah's voice. Close now, right below the vent. He's not. What you think? I ignore her. Crawl forward. The shaft is tight, barely wide enough for my shoulders. Tommy's pressed against a junction where multiple vents meet, creating a small pocket of space. He's got a blanket. Water bottles. Granola bar wrappers. Sarah set him up here. Told him to hide. Went for help. Went toward the crying that led her to become one of them. Tommy, I'm a friend of your mom's. My name is Jonas. We need to move fast, okay? Can you crawl? He nods. His face is dirty, tear-streaked, but his eyes are clear. Not infected, not turning, just terrified and alone for 5 days in the dark. Come on, follow me. Below us, the clicking intensifies. They know we're in the vents now. I hear metal scraping. They're stacking things, trying to reach the grate. Derek, I shout down. We're coming out the other side. Find us at the... Where does this vent lead? Maintenance office. His rifle cracks. Once. Twice. North side of the building. Hurry. Tommy and I crawl. The shaft branches, splits, angles upward. My knees are screaming. My shoulders scrape metal with every movement. Behind us, something enters the vent. I can hear it. Too large, forcing itself in, metal groaning under the pressure. Faster, Tommy. We need to go faster. I'm trying. He's crying now. I'm so tired. I know, buddy. I know. Just a little further. The shaft opens into a larger duct. I can see light ahead. Not daylight, but ambient glow from somewhere. The maintenance office. We're close. The thing behind us is gaining. I can hear its breathing, wet and wrong, echoing through the metal tube. Tommy, when we get to the opening, you drop down first. I'll be right behind you. Don't wait for me. Just drop and run, okay? Okay. His voice is so small. We reach the grate. Below, the maintenance office. Desks, filing cabinets, one window showing the parking lot beyond. Empty. Everything's empty. I kick the grate. Once. Twice. It gives way, crashes down. Go, now! Tommy drops. 8-foot fall. He lands, stumbles, catches himself. I'm right behind him. A hand closes around my ankle. I look back. Sarah, impossibly compressed into the ventilation shaft. Bones clearly broken to fit. Skin torn, but still functional. Still moving. Her yellow eyes meet mine. I need him, she whispers. My son. I need him, whole. Let go, I kick. My boot connects with her face. Bone crunches, but her grip doesn't loosen. I can make him better. Like me. We can be together. Forever. A family that never dies. She's pulling me back, inch by inch. Tommy's screaming below. The thing behind Sarah is closer. I can see it now, the evolved one from the lion den. The one that planned this. That learned to use tools. It speaks. Let him bring the boy. Or we take everyone. My fingers find the vent edge. Metal sharp enough to cut. I brace. Pull. The skin on Sarah's wrist tears as I drag myself forward. But she won't let go. Derek appears in the office doorway. Rifle up. Jonas, drop! I let go of the vent. Fall straight down. Sarah still has my ankle, comes with me. We hit the floor together. She lands on top snarling, mouth opening impossibly wide. The rifle shot catches her in the temple. She goes still. For 3 seconds she's just Sarah again, eyes clearing, blood and infection draining away. She looks at Tommy, tries to speak. I'm... Then nothing. Gone. Tommy's screaming. Mommy, Mommy, no. I drag myself up. My ankle is bleeding where her nails dug in. Might be infected. Might be starting already. But we don't have time. We have to move, Derek says. Now, they'll converge on the gunshot. Above us, clicking, from the vent, from the hallway, from outside the window. The parking structure, I say, grabbing Tommy, pulling him close even as he fights me. Can we make it? Derek checks the window. 50 yards, open ground. We'll never... A sound cuts him off. Engine. Distant but growing closer. Headlights sweep across the parking lot. A vehicle, civilian truck, modified, reinforced. It skids to a stop outside the maintenance building. The driver's door opens. A woman gets out. 30s, military gear, rifle across her back. She sees us through the window. 3 survivors, she shouts. Can you run? Yes! Derek's already at the window, smashing it out with his rifle butt. Then run! I've got 30 seconds before they swarm. We go through the window. Derek first, helping Tommy, then me. My ankle screams, but I force it to work. We're running across the parking lot. The infected are pouring out of the building behind us. Dozens of them. The clicking is deafening. The woman is at the truck bed, lowering the gate. In, all of you, now. We pile in. Tommy first, then Derek, then me. The woman slams the gate, races to the driver's seat. The engine roars. We're moving. The infected chase, but the truck is faster. Soon they're falling behind, fog swallowing them. I'm lying in the truck bed, gasping, bleeding. Tommy crying into my shoulder. Derek's checking his ammunition. 2 rounds left. The woman shouts back through the cab window. "I'm Lieutenant Ava Cross, military rescue. You're the first survivors we've found in 3 days." "How many are there?" Derek asks. "Survivors?" "Last count, 43, in a city of 2 million. She takes a hard turn. "We've got a secure facility, 5 miles north, medical supplies, food, answers." "Answers about what?" I ask. "About what we're really dealing with. Because here's what you need to understand." She meets my eyes in the rearview mirror. "What you saw back there? The ones that talk? That hunt with strategy? Yeah? That's not the virus evolving." Her face is grim. "That's the second wave, and it's deliberate. The truck hits every pothole like a jackhammer." Tommy's stopped crying, just staring now, eyes empty, shock setting in. I keep pressure on my ankle wound with a torn piece of my shirt. The skin around the cuts is hot. Might be infection. Might be the virus. Might be I've got 2 minutes or 2 hours before I turn into what Sarah became. Derek notices me checking the wound. "How bad?" "Don't know yet." I look at Tommy. Kid's been through hell. Lost his mother twice, once to the outbreak, then again in that office. "Keep an eye on me. If I start changing..." "I'm down to 2 bullets," Derek says quietly. "But yeah, I will." The city passes outside the truck bed. Abandoned cars, burning buildings, bodies, so many bodies. Some still moving, most not. The fog is thicker here, rolling through streets like something alive. Lieutenant Cross takes another sharp turn. 2 minutes to facility. Everyone stay low. They hunt by sight and sound now, but the fog helps us. "You said second wave," I call forward. "What does that mean?" "Means someone's playing God." Her voice is bitter. "Original outbreak was bad enough. Rabies-based pathogen, highly contagious, 98% mortality. But it was chaotic. Random. Victims turned violent, but stayed stupid." "These aren't stupid," Derek says. "No, they're not, because 3 days ago, someone released a second pathogen, airborne, non-lethal to humans. But when it combines with the rabies variant in infected hosts..." She pauses. "It rewrites them. Fast. Makes them smarter. Makes them coordinate. Makes them evolve." My blood runs cold. Who would do that? We don't know. Could be foreign attack, could be domestic terrorism, could be some jackass playing with gene therapy who lost control. She slows the truck. "What matters is the result. We've got an extinction-level event with enemy combatants who learn faster than we can adapt." Ahead, a concrete structure. Looks like an old water treatment plant, reinforced with shipping containers, chain-link fencing, guard towers. Spotlights sweep the perimeter. "Home sweet home," Cross says. "Don't make any sudden movements when we enter. Snipers are jumpy. Last guy who stumbled in got 3 warning shots before they recognized he was human." The gate opens. We drive through. It closes behind us. Heavy metal, electric locks, redundant systems. Guards in hazmat suits approach with handheld scanners. "Standard protocol," Cross explains. "Temperature check, wound inspection, blood test if necessary. Everyone gets screened before entering the clean zone." We climb out of the truck. Tommy won't let go of me, his small hand locked in mine. My ankle throbs with each step. A medic approaches, female, 40s, kind eyes behind a face shield. "I'm Dr. Reyes. Let me see that wound." I show her. She inhales sharply. "How long ago?" 5 minutes? Maybe less. She pulls out a pen light, checks my eyes, takes my temperature. Pupils are reactive. Temperature's elevated, but not critical. Wounds infected, but... She looks closer. These aren't bite marks. These are scratches. Does it matter? Might. The virus spreads through saliva primarily. Blood contact is less efficient. Scratches through clothing, even less so. She starts cleaning the wound. You might luck out, might not. We won't know for at least an hour. What happens in an hour? Either you spike a fever and we put you in quarantine, or you stay stable and join the 43. She bandages efficiently. Hope for stable. Derek's cleared screening. Tommy, too. No wounds, no infection, just trauma and dehydration. They're led toward the main building. Tommy looks back at me. Are you coming? Soon, buddy. They just need to make sure I'm okay first. Promise? I shouldn't promise. I might not make it an hour. But I do anyway. Promise. He nods. Lets Derek guide him away. Cross appears beside me. I need to debrief you while you're still coherent. Just in case. In case I turn into a monster. In case you can't give us intel later. She pulls out a tablet. Recording device. Tell me everything about what you saw. The evolved ones. The ones that used tools. That spoke. I tell her. The tape recorder. The tactical thinking. Sarah recognizing her son. The coordinated hunting in the tunnels. The thing that knew my name. Cross's expression darkens with each detail. That matches other reports. We're seeing 3 distinct types now. Type 1, mindless hunters, standard infected. Type 2, pack hunters. They click, coordinate, show problem solving. Type 3, she stops. The ones that talk. The ones that think. We've had radio intercepts. Some of them are using walkie-talkies. CB radios. Actual tactical communication. She looks at me. We think they're organizing, building something, a hierarchy. Zombies don't build hierarchies. These aren't zombies. Not anymore. They're post-human, and they're winning. She turns off the tablet. You need to know. The facility has 43 people. We have supplies for maybe 2 weeks. After that, we either evacuate or fortify for siege. Where would you evacuate to? North? Canada. If Canada still exists. We've had no satellite communication for 3 days. No internet. Radio only, and that's spotty. Her jaw tightens. For all we know, we're the last 43 people alive in a 1,000-mile radius. A commotion near the gate. Guards shouting. Spotlights swinging. What? Cross starts. The gate explodes inward. Not broken. Exploded. Intentional demolition. Through the gap, infected, hundreds, but not charging, marching, in formation. And at the front, the evolved one from the lion den, the one that hunted me with tools. It's holding something, a megaphone, probably looted from the zoo's emergency supplies. It raises the megaphone to its ruined mouth and speaks, clear, precise, terrifying in its humanity. We know you're inside. We know your numbers, your supplies, your weaknesses. Cross pulls her rifle. Defensive positions. Guards scramble. The snipers open fire. 3 infected drop. The rest don't even flinch. We don't want extinction, the creature continues. We want evolution. Join us or feed us. You have 1 hour to decide. It drops the megaphone. The infected wait. Patient, disciplined, not attacking, negotiating. Cross looks at me. Still think they're not building a hierarchy? My fever spikes. I feel it. Sudden, vicious heat flooding my system. Dr. Reyes is beside me instantly. He's turning. Get him to quarantine. Now! 2 guards grab my arms. I don't resist. Can't resist. The world is tilting. fever dreams mixing with reality. As they drag me toward a reinforced cell, I see Tommy watching from a window, his small face pressed to the glass. I broke my promise. The cell door closes, locks engage, and in the darkness, I wait to see what I'm becoming. The fever burns through me in waves, hot, cold, hot again. I'm lying on a concrete floor in a cell 8 feet by 8 feet. Reinforced glass on one side, observation cameras in every corner, a drain in the center of the floor for when they need to hose out what's left of me. I can hear them outside. Cross and Dr. Reyes arguing. Can't just execute him on a maybe, Reyes is saying. His temperature's spiking, but he's not showing the other markers. No jaundice, no aggression, no... He was scratched by a type 3, Cross interrupts. Sarah recognized her own son. That means memory retention, emotional connection. If he turns into one of those, then we'll handle it. But right now, he's still human. Through the glass, I see them. Cross pacing. Reyes checking monitors. Behind them, Tommy being held back by Derek. The kid's crying again. "Jonas!" Tommy screams. "You promised! You promised!" My head pounds. The fever makes everything swim. But I force myself to sit up, press my hand to the glass. "I'm okay, Tommy, The lie dies in my throat. I'm not okay. My skin feels like it's crawling, repositioning itself. My thoughts keep fragmenting, reforming into patterns that feel wrong. And I'm hungry. God, I'm so hungry. Dr. Reyes approaches the glass. "Jonas, I need you to focus. Can you tell me what you're feeling?" "Hot, dizzy, hungry." I swallow. Really hungry. Hungry for what? I don't want to answer, but I do. Meat, fresh. I can smell Derek from here. I can hear his pulse. I shouldn't be able to hear that. Reyes makes notes. Sensory enhancement. That's consistent with type 2 transformation. But you're still verbalizing complex thoughts, still self-aware. That's inconsistent. Maybe I'm a new type, I say. The words come out wrong. Too smooth, too controlled. Like my mouth is learning to shape language more efficiently. Cross is at the glass now. We need to know what they want, the ones outside. They said we have an hour to decide. Decide what? Join or die? They didn't say die, they said feed. Cross's face is grim. We've been monitoring their behavior through the cameras. They're not just waiting. They're building something, stacking vehicles, creating a ramp. To get over your walls. To get under them, they're digging. Multiple entry points, coordinated excavation. She leans closer to the glass. They're showing us they can take this facility whenever they want. The hour isn't an ultimatum. It's a demonstration of patience. An alarm blares. Red light strobe. A guard bursts in. "Lieutenant, north wall, there. You need to see this." We all move. Even me. They unlock the cell but keep me restrained. 2 guards with rifles flanking me. We go to the north observation deck. Through the reinforced windows, the infected have arranged themselves. Not randomly. In patterns. Geometric shapes, circles within circles, and in the center. Jesus Christ, Derek whispers. They've built a structure, from car parts, metal sheeting, debris. It's crude but intentional. An altar, a throne. The evolved one from the lion den climbs onto it. Other type 3s gather around it, 7 of them total, each showing different degrees of transformation. One is barely distinguishable from human, except for the yellow eyes. Another is more insect than person. They're a council. The creature raises the megaphone again. We were human once. Some of us remember. I remember a name. David, I was David. Veterinarian. Loved my job. Loved the animals. Cross's breath catches. David Pacheco. He was zoo staff. Went missing day 1. I remember dying, David continues. The pain, the fever. Then clarity, purpose. I understand now what we are, what we're becoming. We are the next step. Evolution. In real time. Bullshit, Cross mutters. That's the virus talking. Is it? I ask. My voice sounds strange. Or is it the truth we're not ready to hear? Everyone looks at me. I can see the fear in their eyes. I'm changing. Even I can feel it. The old world is dead, David says. But we offer mercy. Join us. Let the change happen. You'll keep your memories, your loves, yourself, just improved, faster, stronger, eternal. Eternal monsters, Cross says. Eternal survivors. David's yellow eyes seem to find Cross through the glass. You have 43 people. We have hundreds, soon thousands. The second wave is spreading fast. In days, we'll have cities. In weeks, nations. Join willingly and lead. Resist and feed the transformation anyway. But you'll be type 1's, mindless meat. Dr. Reyes is checking her monitors. He's not lying about the spread. We've been tracking radio chatter. Every major city is reporting type 3 emergencies. They're organizing everywhere. Then we evacuate, Cross says. Now. Before evacuate where? Reyes asks. They're outside every gate. They've been digging for 40 minutes. Even if we break through, where do we run that they won't follow? Silence. Because there is nowhere. No escape. No cavalry coming. Just 43 humans and a choice. Tommy pulls away from Derek, runs to me, wraps his arms around my legs, even though the guards tense. Don't leave, he whispers. Please don't leave like Mommy did. My hand touches his hair. Carefully. So carefully. Because I can feel the strength in my fingers now. Enough to crush his small skull without effort. Tommy, I say softly. Listen to me. Whatever happens, you need to remember something. What? Your mom loved you. Even at the end. Even when she was changing. That was real. That was the part of her that stayed human. I kneel down. Eye level. And I'm going to stay human too. For you. Okay? He nods. Doesn't understand but believes. I look at Cross. How long do we have? Really? The digging? They'll breach in 30 minutes, maybe less. Then I have an idea. I stand. Let me talk to them. You're infected. Exactly. I'm changing, but I'm still me. Still talking, still choosing. Maybe that matters to them. Or maybe you're already turned and this is a trap. Maybe. I meet her eyes. But we're out of options. Let me try. Cross stares at me. Calculating, finally. 5 minutes. You get 5 minutes to negotiate. Derek goes with you. Armed. If you show any sign of losing control, he shoots me, I know. I look at Derek. You good with that? Derek checks his rifle. 1 bullet left. I've done it once today already. I can do it again. We move to the gate. The guards open it just wide enough for us to slip through. Outside, the fog. The infected. The council of type 3s waiting. David climbs down from his throne, approaches us. Jonas, he says, recognizing me. You're turning. I can smell it. The second wave in your blood. Yeah, I'm turning into something. Haven't decided what yet. Then, decide now. Join us. Bring the others. We'll make this transition painless. What happens to the ones who join? The ones who keep their minds? They lead. They build. They create the new world, better than the old. And the children? Like Tommy? David hesitates. Children are the future. They adapt best, transform cleanest. They'll be precious. Something in his tone makes my skin crawl. That's not an answer. It's the only answer. Join but become food for those who do. Behind me in the facility, I can hear them. 43 heartbeats. 43 people choosing between monsters. I'm choosing too. I look at David, at what used to be David. The yellow eyes, the elongated fingers, the mouth that moves almost right, but not quite. You said you remember being human, I say. Remember loving your job. The animals. Yes. Then you remember what I did. I was the photographer. I documented extinction. David tilts his head. You did. I spent 15 years watching species die, watching the world lose things it could never get back. My fever spikes again. Sweat runs down my face. But my mind is clear. Crystal clear. And you know what I learned? What? That extinction isn't always about the species that dies. It's about what replaces it. And sometimes, I take a breath. Sometimes the replacement is worse than the loss. David's expression doesn't change. We are better, stronger. We survive. You survive, but you don't live. Not really. I gestured to the infected around us. Look at them. Really look. They're not building a better world. They're mimicking the old one, using our tools, our words, our structures. But it's all hollow. You're not evolving. You're just haunting. Pretty speech, David says. But it changes nothing. Join us, or I'm not finished. My voice is stronger now, clearer. The fever is breaking or I'm dying. Either way, I need these next words to count. You want us to choose? Fine. Here's my choice. I choose to stay human, even if it means dying, even if it means becoming what you call type 1. Because being human isn't about surviving. It's about choosing. Every day. Even the last day. Derek shifts beside me, rifle ready. David looks at me for a long moment. Then, you'll die. Either way. We breach in minutes. We take the facility. We take everyone inside, including the child. Not if you don't. Why, wouldn't we? Because I'm offering you something better than 43 more bodies. I pull out my camera, the one I've carried for 15 years. I'm offering you memory, real memory. Not the fragments you're clinging to, not the ghosts of who you were. But proof, documentation. David stares at the camera. What are you saying? I'm saying I've spent 15 years documenting extinction. And right now, I'm documenting yours too. I hold up the camera. Every card in here, every photograph. It's all evidence. Evidence that you're not the next step. You're a dead end. A virus wearing a human face. And someday, maybe weeks, maybe years, someone's going to find these photos. Find what really happened. Find the truth. Truth is irrelevant. The strong survive. No. Truth is everything. It's the only thing that survives longer than any species. I eject the memory cards, hold them up. These cards prove that humanity fought, that we chose to die human rather than live as something less. And that choice? That's what makes us worth remembering. David's hand reaches for the cards. Fast. Inhumanly fast. But I'm faster. I throw them, hard, over the fence, into the facility. "Cross!" I shout. "Document everything! Don't let them bury this!" David's face contorts. Rage, pure and simple. "You fool! You could have lived." I am living, right now, this moment, making a choice that matters. I turn to Derek. "Get back inside. Tell them to seal the gate. Tell them to fight. Jonas, go!" Derek runs. The gate opens, closes, locks. I'm alone outside, with David, with hundreds of infected, with the choice I just made. My fever breaks suddenly, like a switch flipping. The heat drains away, my mind clears completely, and I realize I'm not transforming. The scratch wasn't deep enough, the virus didn't take hold. I'm still human, still me, still going to die, but on my terms. David circles me. Brave or stupid? I haven't decided. Both, probably. I pick up a piece of rebar from the ground, not a weapon, just something to hold. But here's the thing about humans. We're really good at one thing. What? Making last stands memorable. The infected surge forward. I fight. Not to win, I can't win, but to buy time. Every second I keep them focused on me is a second the facility has to prepare, to fortify, to survive one more hour. I take down 3 before they overwhelm me. Not bad for a photographer. The last thing I see before the darkness, Tommy's face in the window, watching, remembering. Someone will tell him this story someday. About the photographer who chose to die human, who documented the end of the world and then became part of that documentation. Someone will find those memory cards. Someone will see what we were, what we chose, and maybe, just maybe, that will matter. If you're still listening to this, survivor, I need to know. Would you have made the same choice Jonas did? Would you have stayed human, or would you have joined them for a chance at survival? Drop a comment below. Tell me where you're listening from. Tell me if there are others with you. Because these stories, they're more than entertainment. They're documentation. They're proof that we were here, that we mattered, that we chose. And if you want to hear what happened to Lieutenant Cross and Tommy after they evacuated, if you want to know whether they found other survivors, whether humanity found a way to fight back, then you need to be here tomorrow. Same frequency, same time. Hit that subscribe button. Because in this world, the ones who don't stay connected, they disappear. And we've lost enough already. Until next time, stay quiet, stay human, stay alive.